Welcome to my art studio that I have jokingly named the Asylum based on this Halloween decoration, a sign that says Asylum made out of styrofoam that I bought on sale because there wasn't much else available that year, and I thought surely there will be a time and place where I can make use of this, and then I never really did and left it in its plastic wrapping for well over a year, I think, and then ultimately I decided to hang it on the door to my art studio because I thought it was kind of funny. And it has once again happened, the thing that always happens, which is it gets messy. That's the nature of the matter. Fix at least the worst of the worst. What's most important is that it looks pretty, and that's gonna be the main focus. Mainly, I want to concentrate on the shelf behind me, actually. Usually behind me in my intros. Some spots are kind of empty. I got this mirror shelf from my grandmother and never really figured out how to exactly use it, but I just want to make some dedicated time for this thing and, I don't know, set it up properly. Need to vacuum, wipe down most of the surfaces, the general boring stuff. Maybe I'm gonna redecorate and upgrade a couple other areas, but another one of my main goals should probably be clearing the floor, because when I don't know where to put something, I just put it there. For the most part, some stuff I just need to put back into its place, and some stuff I need to figure out a place for. I could probably deal with this light right away. It's been a bit imposing on this shot, hasn't it? Okay, good. First step, much better. Bucket, water, wet and dry rag. Let's wipe down some surfaces. I guess I'll start over there. Why I decided to wear rings today, I don't know either. So I wiped down the ledge and everything on it. Some of this stuff is definitely going back where it was because I like it as a permanent fixture. Some stuff might change. I also wiped down this shelf and everything on it, and this table and this mirror, of course. So now that this side is basically all cleaned up, we can have some fun with rearranging the stuff. Okay, so now I can put these back on. Cool. I have a couple things back there that I've been meaning to sort out, so this is the opportunity. This candelabra definitely needs new candles. And speaking of candles, I have these two scented ones and have been putting off actually fully cleaning the wax out. Also, hang on, tripod in the way. Put these two shelves up in the video, and then I never really sorted them out properly. I just sort of chucked stuff onto there. It kind of worked out in terms of color scheme by pure luck, but I still might want to change some of that as well. There's a ledge smaller than this one over here. Yeah, those are definitely the main surfaces I want to improve the look of, so to say. Cleaned a couple things last night. Got the wax out of these. I'm an expert wax remover by this point. Maybe. I don't know if I'm even gonna put these back there. They're giving more summery vibes now that I think about it. Also, I have this thing meant to like keep your teapot warm if you set it on top and light a tea light in there. But it could also just be a nice decorative piece. Fits on there perfectly. Sort of elevate it, give it a little pizzazz. Most importantly, I won't have to find a different place to store this thing as long as I'm not using it. Added bonus. So much for the fun part for now. I'm just gonna keep on wiping down stuff today.
150 million rather than the US.
Biggest the dominant population?
guess I'll start putting some stuff back. Like that, for example, that just makes sense there. Just trying not to overwhelm myself with the blankness of everything all at once in the end. But I need to sort one more thing out on this wall. I had these two corkboards leaning on that ledge. You can obviously hang them, and that would free up some space there. It doesn't make a whole lot of sense, I do realize that, because you're probably supposed to hang these where there isn't already cork on the wall. Also, I put this poster there, which is from an advent calendar, already made to look like a corkboard, and it's also on the cork wall. Why not just add to the madness, you know? I don't have to justify this. This is my wall. This is my fucking wall. Frames it nicely too, I think. It'll be a long time until like this project collage thing reaches over there, so I'm happy this isn't empty. Oh floor, where art thou? Let's deal with this. And also this pile of nonsense over here. Oh, that's what that corner of the rug looks like. Right. Do we like the globe up there? When I got that in here, I thought I could just put it on this shelf lower down. Turns out it doesn't fit in there and I'd have to mess with like the distances. Not positive that I want to do that. Happy with the placement of the mirror shelf. I don't think I want to change that. The general plan is mostly I'm gonna use every available corner in this place to display stuff that I've made. Until then, because I can only work at a single human's pace, spaces that are not taken up by projects can be decorated with other stuff. There's no point in overthinking it, which is a bummer because that's my favorite pastime. How about that? I had to take this shelf one down so that this fit in there, and I was worried it's gonna look a bit cramped. I see a couple hours of overthinking it in my future. I thought maybe it would be time to pack up Wednesday wedding dress Barbie, but I like her over there, so for now she's staying. Now it's time to fill the mirror shelf. I had a look through this vintage toy car collection again that I already made a necklace out of, don't ask. Found this cool old school police car that would look nice on the shelf, I think. Speaking of old kids' toys, why not proudly display some of your McDonald's Happy Meal toys? I'm gonna pick out some of my favorites, and then in the future I might change that out depending on how I feel. I also have a lot of old pipes, family heirlooms. Maybe one of these could look cool. Always gotta have at least one dinosaur on display at all times. I don't make the rules. And a Smurf. Always a Smurf for good measure. A random Merlin. No clue where he's from. Very cracked looking Mickey Mouse. I don't know if it's anything original. Still better than anything Disney has come up with in the last couple of years. So, Bibble. This one is just begging for some pumpkins in the back, isn't it? Hang on. It's not like I haven't made any of those before. What do you take me for? An amateur? You get air dry clay, you make mini pumpkins. Just the law of nature. Perfect. I shouldn't go too far with the seasonal decor though, because I will forget, or rather be so busy that I won't be able to keep up with it. So there will be pumpkins left over next year in May. If all goes well, that is. Otherwise, July. I made a bunch of fall and Halloween stuff to decorate my Snow White dollhouse, and you should watch that video after this one because it's really good. And as you can see, the stuff that I made in it is abhorrently cute. I've had this disco ball keychain on my Wraith Ghost for a while. Maybe we could switch that out as well. Once again, remind me if it's still there in July. May I direct your attention over here once again to the copper corner, copper lantern, and Tinkerbell. Her wings glow in the dark. Is that a perfect match or what? It would be genuinely funny. So I think I'm going to put her in here. As for everything else, cookie tins go on here. Some of this stuff back up there. Whatever else is left over, I'm gonna chuck over there on the small ledge above my desk. Made it. It's October. This is an appropriate setting. Surprisingly, I have more space than I did before, I think. And I don't trust that because that never happens. For example, I was like prepared to put stuff in front of the mirror shelf. Didn't have anything. For now, there's space for another pumpkin. July. Didn't change much back here. I think that's the area that I take the most care of because it's always in view and the easiest, to be fair. A lot of these things just wouldn't go anywhere else. That candelabra, for example, that one has to be there because that's the only place where it doesn't wobble. Love how Copper Corner came out for now, including Tinkerbell and all the trinkets on the mirror shelf. Don't ever let anybody tell you that your Happy Meal toys or whatever you get in a Kinder Surprise egg doesn't have any decorative value. In other surprising news, I didn't have as many things that fit above my desk as I thought. Really unsure about placement of things over here, but for now I'm happy with it. And I guess that's just a sign for me to make more stuff, you know? It's actually been 3 weeks since I've like properly made something, and I'm itching to do so. So that's definitely gonna be what I do next. In fact, got some new materials for that in the mail today. Looking forward to that. See you then. Rock on or whatever. Bye. Where am I gonna put